People got the impromptu headset because it's an impromptu video. Why in the fuck are people still pissed at Nintendo? What in the fuck is going on? People, they had a really good E3. They had a, yes, pre-recorded video. I thought we discussed this. I thought that this was like understood on some level, like a little bit of a level. We should be worried that we have fucked up the industry. We, the customer, we have fucked up the industry. We need to take responsibility. It is our fault on a level, some level, if you will, that we have, in fact, driven the only gaming company away from E3. We need to be fucking taken to task for this. But people are still fucking going ape shit crazy, making outlandish fucking statements, if you will, about the Nintendo Switch. So much so that they're saying it's not popular. Last I checked, a unpopular machine did not sell. Wii U didn't sell. The Switch can't stay on the shelves. Something that is not popular will remain on the shelves. So if let me show you how fucking stupid of a statement that would be if I was going to make such a fucking dumb statement in my position. Because I talk shit on Sony, that would be like me saying Sony isn't popular and doesn't sell. But they've sold 60 million units. That's a fucking stupid statement if that's all I say. Now, if I go into detail and say that there's DNI, which stands for Do Not Inventory, on Pro Systems at my Target and my Walmart, and there's 2 Walmarts in my area and 1 Target in my local area, but I frequent the one out of my fucking area, so there's more than likely 2 Targets that have DNI on that bitch. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay? But when people only write a statement that says Switch is unpopular, and then you see articles that say in Japan the second wave of the Switch sold out in 6 minutes, you've got to realize these people have something clinically wrong with them. I'm not here trying to fanboy for Nintendo, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to point something out here. There's something really wrong here because I've said this before and I will say this again. It is starting to become evidently clear. Whoever falls from the top tier, places 1 and 2 if you will, Sony's got first, Microsoft has second. Whoever falls from that top tier when Nintendo decides they are sick and tired of third place, which is apparently now, when this happens, third place will no longer be third place. This company will no longer exist because a gaming company will remain in the gaming industry, and the only one that is a gaming company is Nintendo. So one of these two has to go. Now let me explain something to you. From a financial standpoint, if you know what the fuck a financial standpoint is, good for you, but I'm going to explain it to you now. A financial standpoint means money. Who's got the most money in their pockets? From a financial standpoint, this would be Sony. Yes, Sony had a horrible financial run with their last generation that they are still making up for, which is why they make you pay for everything. You want to breathe on a PlayStation 4, it costs money. You want a game, it costs money. You want to play on the internet, it costs money. PlayStation View, money. Playing backwards compatibility, money. Everything through PlayStation costs money. That is why they are so money hungry, because they lost millions upon millions of the Rocks fans, of motherfucking millions last generation. They had to constantly sell divisions of Sony just to keep afloat. They came into this generation hemorrhaging money. They were hemorrhaging money. They've been doing poor. I mean, seriously, they've not been good. From a financial standpoint, if I was to say anybody, Sony would be out the door. But when you look at what these companies are doing, Sony and Microsoft, unfortunately, financial isn't going to mean a damn thing. When you look at these companies from a standpoint and how they're handling shit, Microsoft, it was nice knowing you. Microsoft, you've made so many mistakes. You've made so many mistakes. Nintendo has decided they want their throne back. And you decided it was time for you to fuck around. All you had to do was release a new piece of hardware. That's all you had to do. Release a new piece of hardware and continue the flow of games like they were. Yes, Don Matrix fucked up by putting the focus on TV. When you introduced Phil Spencer, all he had to do was go fuck television, bring in the flood of games. That's all he had to do, and he's not done that. He's done some good, some. Play Anywhere is not one of those things. It's not. He's done a lot of bad things. A lot. Play Anywhere is definitely one of those. Play Anywhere has hurt the fucking brand. Because what the fuck is anyone buying an Xbox for? The numbers are not going up. They're steadily just the same. Nobody's buying an Xbox. If I can get the same game on my PC where it's going to look the best, why is anyone buying an Xbox? Plenty of people are asking this question, and unfortunately Uncle Phil does not have an answer. And it's because of Play Anywhere, Uncle Phil, nobody's buying an Xbox. And like I said, when Nintendo decides they are no longer going to be in third place, when a gaming company rises like a phoenix from the ash, one of the two who are just a fucking company that makes games is going to have to leave. Because a gaming company runs the gaming industry. Always has. It just kind of sat back and let everybody be retarded dumbasses. Hey man, PlayStation makes great games. PlayStation doesn't make games. Never has. Never will. Microsoft, Xbox makes great games. They never have and they never will. It's not the same. They're not a gaming company. They're a company that got into gaming. That's why I've said that. I've said that plenty of times. They've always been afraid of when Nintendo would be the sleeping giant that woke up. Always have been, always will be. They are afraid. They are two children fighting one another, and they're afraid of when daddy's gonna wake up and beat their ass. I've said that before, and I will continue to say that. Like I've said, from a financial standpoint, Sony would be the one I would choose to leave. Because financially, the PS3 was a horrible system. Financially, it put them in such a bad shape. But they've made all the right moves with putting games ahead of television, putting games at the forefront, putting exclusive content out there, good exclusive content out there. And Xbox, you've made all the wrong decisions. You made basically the same mistakes PS3 made. And worse. And then you got someone new to come in, and he didn't just say, alright, fuck television and flood in the games. He didn't do that. That's all he had to do. He said fuck television, but then he said hold off on those. Let's put them on our system, but let's put them on computer. And nobody said no. Unfortunately, your customer base is not as fucking stupid as you want to believe. And also, I'm going to put this out there because I feel like nobody else will say it. The games that are actually on your brand Xbox are fucking horrible. They're just fucking stupid. Gears of War 4 is horrible. Halo 5, fucking horrible. Rise Sons of Rome is actually decent if you put it up against the only game it can go against on PlayStation, which is fucking The Order of 1886. Both of those are good, but that's the only way it's good. If you don't put it up against that game, then it's horrible. Insomniac made Sunset Overdrive. That game's just a game that's, I guess, good if you're a stoner. Other than that, it's fucking almost ridiculous. It's a knockoff zombie game for all the people out there who likes to knock at, Nintendo for making a child-friendly shooter. Xbox did a child-friendly version of a fucking zombie game. It's called Sunset Overdrive. Only it's got over-the-top humor, so it's okay. I guess I don't know, whatever. But here's the thing. The Switch is early in its life. It's early in its life. It's very popular. Very popular because it is a handheld and it's a core console. The games are still coming out. I thought June was done. I thought June was done with the games. ARMS came out. And fucking, I can't remember the other game. I can't remember. Fucking something else. I don't know. I got ARMS and I am Sensua this month, but I don't know. But then all of a sudden I go to GameStop today and fucking there is Cave Story. Cave Story just came out today. Okay? The games are coming out and they're coming out steadily. They're just fucking releasing. Alright? Now you have the voice actor of Vegeta wants Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch. You have the voice actor from Dragon Ball Z wanting this game on the Switch. I want this game on the Switch. Developers want to put games on the Switch because they see how fucking amazing it is. To say this isn't a good system, you're just out of your fucking mind. I have a PS4, I have an Xbox One, I have a Switch. I like my Switch. It's a good system. I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not going to say that it's not the weakest when it comes to graphics, but I don't care about graphics. A lot of people are starting to give a less fuck about graphics. The reason they're not giving a fuck about graphics as much is because portability. I know this is a 3DS, but let me explain something to you. Portability is starting to matter more. When you could take it with you, that's starting to matter more now. The game is changing, okay? Reggie Fils-Aimé said it at E3. The game is changing. And yes, he's absolutely right. It's changing. Switch is proving that. PlayStation, you had your chance to prove it with the Vita. You didn't take it. Nintendo is more than willing to take that chance and be successful at it. And people are afraid because Nintendo is a company that is a gaming company, and that's all they are. Sony isn't. Xbox isn't. And if Nintendo succeeds, where does that leave Sony? Where does that leave Xbox? Because bells and whistles don't fucking matter as much as they used to. Look at the Xbox One X. Look at the Xbox. Look at Scorpio. All those bells and whistles he was fucking flashing on stage. There's not one fucking person who is super excited about all those damn bells and whistles. You know why? Because all those fucking bells and whistles already exist in the Xbox One Slim. A cheaper, more affordable Xbox. The only ones people are super excited for are the ones nobody under fucking stands. The super cool fucking, water cooling inside. Nobody understands all that fucking shit. Unless you're a PC gamer. And in that case, why are you buying the fucking plastic box called the Xbox One X or your PC rig should be doing way better than that upscale machine. See the dilemma there? So again, I'll continue to say this. The Switch is doing great. The article came out saying in Japan, the second wave of Switches sold out in 6 minutes. You can go find it on Google. I'm not going to go find it because it was a couple weeks ago. And I don't feel like digging through a couple weeks of fucking articles. And then you had these people, I got into like a whole debate about the Nintendo Switch on fucking Facebook, talking about the Switch is not fucking a success. And even a guy who works in an electronics store was like, dude, you're a fucking moron. We can't keep them in fucking stock, and when we get them, we gotta give out fucking tickets just to get rid of them because everybody is fucking lined up to get the shit. Saying they're not popular fucking makes you look stupid, because your only reason for that, when I read them, is reasons. You don't ever have a logical point. When I say something about PlayStation, I back it up. You never have a reason. And I've even heard people say this too. Oh, well, the Switch is a Zelda machine. It's a Zelda machine? Is it really still a Zelda machine? Zelda's in here, by the way. But is it really still a Zelda machine with all these? Really? Because I got ARMS, Has Been Heroes, I Am Senzu, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which when Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out, was the highest selling game of that month. You have The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Ultra Street Fighter 2. Is it still a Legend of Zelda machine? I'm gonna have to say no. Especially considering April, when Mario Kart came out, it was the highest selling game of April. That means it's no longer a fucking Zelda machine, buddy. I saw someone post up something that was saying, oh, well, ARMS was outsold by Horizon. And I did the whole video explaining why that was. And I was like, fucking morons. I don't understand that. You're talking about a game that's $20 cheaper. Of course it's going to outsell a game selling at full retail value. Not to mention, you saw the E3 press conference. You were then like, I need to buy this because I can buy it on sale and then buy the DLC when it comes out. Astounding how fucking logic and common sense just happen to coexist and work. But in minds of fucking stupid people, you're just like, a $40 game wouldn't outsell a $60 game. No, that's not gonna fucking happen. I don't understand that. But anyway, my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna end the video here. And I'm gonna say Nintendo Switch is doing incredibly well, and it's gonna continue to do incredible things. With the games coming out, Mario Odyssey is coming out soon. It's gonna be out before the end of the year. And that's just going to continue to make the fucking craze go insanely higher. Splatoon 2, insanely higher. This thing is not going to die down anytime soon. And to believe it will, you're just out of your fucking mind. Deuces.